Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler to about the 40-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Austin Ekeler, the running back. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, here's Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's got Mason complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, trying to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. back to throw. Got a man here. It's Roberts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run with Wilder. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Cut. Ready? Good.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On the jump. 3.
Now Wilder. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Running left is Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hey, 15.
Once more, here's Eckler. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby.
Up the middle with Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, 43, 46, and good there.
On first down, Mahomes. He's got his man on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage.
Yellow.
Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go, finish the game.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Attack!
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum. Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. He completes it to Jones. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Back to Walker on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. Wilder.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
Well, it moved up from the 3 to the 2. You would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 29, Mahomes. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 4th and 1. It's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Mahomes will throw for it. And that's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 55 yards on the ground. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And that will keep the lead at 8. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Walker now on 1st and 10. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Catch is made by Hardman, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. And Walker has it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Eckler now between the tackles. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that